it is Goddess Chrissy, and I'm going to be doing a reading on Beyonce. Okay. Alright, so getting into Beyonce. So you guys already know, I start with my personality cards when I really go in depth in doing a reading on celebrities or just anybody in general. Alright, so I have my archetype cards. I'm going to shuffle them. Okay, and Source is going to be guiding us in this reading and telling us what we need to know. So, Source, I want to know 3 things about Beyonce and her personality. Alright, so, alright, what is Beyonce's personality like at this time, Source? Okay, I'm going to pick 3 cards. Like I said, I don't want this to be incredibly long, so we'll just go with 3, and pending future developments, we'll see what else we can come up with later on if I need to do a second reading. Okay? Now, you guys already saw I grabbed that from the pile, so what is the first thing about Beyonce's personality? Child eternal. Ooh, child eternal. Determination to remain young in the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Okay. So automatically when I'm seeing all this yellow, I know that Beyonce is a child of Oshun, because whenever I would have a dream with Oshun, she would come out as Beyonce. So that's how I know this. So Beyonce does have a very unique and special relationship with Oshun. The sunflowers are reflective of her relationship with Oshun. Oshun is one of her colors is yellow. One of the statues that I have with her is her in yellow. However, when I dreamt with Oshun, she was wearing, I want to say it was like orange reddish color. And the only reason why I knew it was Oshun because Beyonce was in the dream. And like I said, whenever I dream Beyonce, that's how Oshun comes through. But yeah, so if you see this, Beyonce has a close connection with Oshun and other goddess ancestors that are in her bloodline. All right, and her connection to those energies is what keeps her looking beautiful and vibrant, and she taps into that energy of femininity. Okay, and that's what makes her look like a goddess whenever you see her. It's not just her makeup, it's not just her clothing, but it's also the energy that she is utilizing from these deities. Okay? All right. Next card, Samaritan, refines your capacity to help those you prefer to ignore. And then the shadow side, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Ooh, interesting. So there is someone that Beyonce is incredibly close to. This person is like a sister to her, and she definitely looks at this relationship with this person as a God-sent relationship that she would never have been able to live without. This person she's not like Beyonce. She doesn't have like a thriving career, but she has like accomplished things in her own right, but obviously it's not big accomplishments like Beyonce has. But this person is incredibly special to her, and any way that she can be there for that person, she is there for that person. So what this is telling me is that Beyonce is always willing to help those that need help, but she is very strict on not being taken advantage of as well. And it's interesting that I talked about the orange reddish color with Oshun, because now this card is orange reddish. Okay, so I feel like Beyonce is Oshun in human form. I really do. Now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely feel that way. Okay. Hero, heroine. All right. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Okay, so Beyonce is on a spiritual journey at this time. She really is focused on herself. I feel like this is Jay-Z on the other side here. I feel like they're definitely not on the same page. He's on one side of the mountain, she's on the other side. She's doing things on her own right. He's doing things on his own right. At the time, he is aiming for more, and she's just kind of happy with what she has at the time and pacing herself. But there's a lot of things that she is working on within herself without Jay-Z. Okay? Yeah, they're talking about like borderlines. Grid lines. Something about lines, like it's kind of like, it reminds me of an episode of I Love Lucy where she had, like, Lucy had bet with Ricky that her and Ethel would have one side where they would keep clean and the other side would be the guy's side, or they could do whatever they wanted with it. It's kind of like their own, staying in their own corners. Like, he's over there on this side of the house, she's over there on the other side of the house. And they only cross paths when they need to. But I'm going to look into this deeper to see where their relationship is at. Actually, let me do that right now. Let's just get into it, yeah? Let's do that. But that is what I have for Beyonce. Let's read her cards right here. Okay. All right. Okay. There's really freedom. What is going on with Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship? Let's see. Penny pincher, gossip. So there's a lot of talking, as you guys already knew. Or if you didn't know, this has a lot to do with the Jaguar, right? The woman that came out and said a lot of things about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay. Oh. Who is this baby? Who is this baby? Oh, man. Jay-Z may have another kid, y'all. You know, it has Jay-Z catering to himself, doing what he needs to do to be happy. There is... Okay. These cards are saying there is a facade. and things are. Look what that says. Let's put that back and let's look at this. The ancestors are speaking. Pay attention. Things are not what they seem. Okay, have that sheet. And with the, what I was really saying, like, man, and the females he deals with, they have nothing on Beyonce. They don't even compare. But it's basically to just, it's bringing up Jay-Z's behavior a lot. Jay-Z is the type of person where he's going to do whatever he needs to do to make himself happy, whether you like it or not. He's going to satisfy himself in whatever shape, form that means. That's what he's going to do. He's and Jay-Z too, he's not trying to fall in love with any of these females. He's not. Oh Lord Jesus. It's a lot going on with those cards with Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's a lot going on with those cards. I would say like karmic relationship at its finest. How does Jay-Z feel about Beyonce? How does Jay-Z feel about Beyonce? This evil line keeps coming up. They do have a codependent relationship. I feel like both of them have their own relationships. I feel like not only does he do his own thing, but she does too. I feel like Jay-Z feels like Beyonce is naive. Like, if you think you're gonna get a better guy than me, that'll never happen. Like, you stuck here for life. It's like a egotistic, controlling, manipulative energy. And the crazy part about it is that she knows it. Like, it's just real crazy. It's very unhealthy for sure. How does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z or Zuli? How does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z? Wow, first card is abuse. It's like off and on. Beyonce is also delusional. She feels like in due time he can be who he's supposed to be. Because with these women that he's messing with, he's not looking for something serious. It's just for sex. What I get from these cards, like, I don't even care what this man does. Like, I don't even care. Because at the end of the day, I'm the wife. I'm the one that's gonna have this legacy that we have. And he's not even spinning on these females anyway. He just mess with them and go about his business. So I'm not really worried about that. That's who he is. He ain't changing. And if he does change, that'll happen down the road. I'm getting like delusional. Okay, delusional. Let me see here. How does Tina Knowles feel about Jay-Z? How does Tina Knowles feel about Jay-Z? He's disrespectful with all this cheating that he be doing on his wife, on her daughter, on Beyonce. He's a toxic partner. Manipulative. He doesn't even, him and Beyonce don't even have sex, y'all. They don't even have sex. And that's because she doesn't want to have sex with him. She's disgusted by him. But it's like off and on. 1 minute, everything's good. She can kind of like trick herself. And then the next minute, she's disgusted again. Tell me about Beyonce and her bodyguard, the one that has been working for them for the longest. How does Beyonce feel about this bodyguard, allegedly? Allegedly. Oh no, there's nothing between her and this bodyguard. This bodyguard got a whole bunch of females too. She feel like this bodyguard is another form of Jay-Z, just minus all the money. It gives me that vibe of whatever town they're in, he's making sure he's effing at least one female in that town. Like, nah, she's good. Does Beyonce have a lover, allegedly? Does Beyonce have a lover, allegedly? And is this lover a female or a male? Or both? It's a female. It's a female that she's connected to on a mental level. Allegedly. Okay, and it says that she got into that relationship because she needed a filter. She needed some balance. Her scales was like way topsy-turvy because this man was doing everything above the sun as infidel. That's what they're saying, whatever that means. And she had enough, and she is able to express herself with this person. And what I'm getting, get her rocks off. That's what I'm hearing. I'm sorry. That is what I'm hearing. All right, let me see. Arzuli, how does Beyonce feel about her lover, this woman, allegedly? How does Beyonce feel about her? Okay, so even though Jay-Z is a cheater, has cheated for eons, Beyonce does have issues with dealing with her conscience on her cheating in her marriage. This is a lot of emotional cheating. As you can see, you got the problematic chemistry and secrets. Yeah, that's the person that she calls and talks to. Her ancestors keep coming through. This person is across borders, I want to say. Yeah, I don't think that this person is in the United States, but they do have a deep connection with one another. They talk to each other a lot. This may be the person that I saw earlier that I say that she helps out and is very close to that person. Yeah. Yep. Now, how does Beyonce's alleged lover feel about Beyonce? How does her alleged lover feel about her? Great potential. This person doesn't like what they're saying about Beyonce now. Her and this person may not even have been physical with each other. It may just be on an emotional level, like emotional cheating. Because you got the cheating and the close your legs here. Okay. Let me see. Let me ask. Has there been any physical intimacy with Beyonce and this lover source? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I think that Beyonce's too scared to ever take it that far. Like I said, she already feels guilty on the fact that she has an emotional connection to this woman, allegedly. So, she, even with everything Jay-Z has done, she wouldn't cheat on Jay-Z. I don't believe that she has. Let's see. Has Beyonce ever cheated on Jay-Z's source? If she has been with any other men, he knew about it. Let me see. Has Beyonce been with any other men after she married Jay-Z? Source. I don't think so, y'all. I don't think so. Like, it's too difficult for her. She's too much of a big artist. Like I said, if she has, he's known about it. If she has, he's known about it. It wasn't something that was kept secret from him. Okay. I'm gonna see. Let's see. How does Beyonce feel about everything that's coming out about her and Jay-Z? How does she feel about everything that actually, you know what? I know y'all wanna hold on. Let me do this real quick. All right. How does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z at this time? Source. How does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z at this time? Okay, y'all see them? I just threw them down. How does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z at this time? Source, how does Beyonce feel about Jay-Z at this time? Ooh, she got a lot of thoughts. We got water sign, we got intuition, the red flags you ignore will come back to bite you later. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Cycles, fate, karma, something ending, let go. All right, I'm going to ask this question. Is Beyonce going to be divorcing Jay-Z? I'm starting to understand. I'm so attracted to you. Came closer than anyone. Let me see. Really freedom. Will Beyonce be divorcing Jay-Z? Alright, either Beyonce will be having another baby or this man just is having another baby. Somebody having a baby, either him or her. Let me see. Will Beyonce be having another child or something? Did Jay-Z just have another child, or will he be having another child with somebody else or something? Yeah, I think it's Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z is having another baby. He's having another kid. That's what I see. He's having another kid. How does Beyonce really feel about Jay-Z? So, does she really feel about him? Healing, missing, craving, desiring. I feel like Beyonce is stigmatized. Let me see something, y'all. Let me do the... If you guys checked out my pick a card, I did the same spread on there. If you're in a relationship, go check that out. Then I do the same spread on Beyonce and Jay-Z. I've already gone like 30 minutes, so after this I'm going to stop here, y'all, and then I'll continue with the part 2. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Alright, there we go. So we're going to go with the energy of the overall relationship between Beyonce and Jay-Z. Confessions. Unveiling coming clean messages. Okay, so somebody here is confessing as to what happened with a whatever. I don't know if it's because of all of this stuff that's been coming out with Jay-Z, that now he's telling Beyonce everything that he's done in his past, but somebody is coming clean and saying how they feel. Okay? This is Beyonce's energy. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. She don't want to be involved with nothing, absolutely nothing that has to do with whatever's going on with Jay-Z. Okay? So, like I showed you guys, she's on one side of the mountain, he's on the other side of the mountain. So they may be on separate ends of the house, or they may be living in separate houses completely. His energy. Sorrow, grief, depression. So he is going through a lot of sadness right now, and it may have to do with how she probably views him at this time. She probably looks at him even more disgustingly than she was before. Okay, because what I get from Beyonce whenever I do a reading on her, I have done readings on her before, just not for YouTube, is that she really has like this disgusting energy about Jay-Z. And sometimes she's even disgusted with herself for physically being with him, based off of all the things that he's done in their marriage, in their relationship. It really, really bothers her. Okay? So now we have the obstacles, the challenges in their marriage. Missing, craving, desiring. So either Beyonce or both of them actually do miss one another. I just had the cards, and that's what came up for Beyonce. She misses Jay-Z. She does. She left because she wanted to separate herself from him, but she is missing him, being away from him. Okay? Best course of action. Self-growth. And that's exactly what she's doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Beyonce went to her guides and asked them, you know, what's the best thing for me at this time? And they said, focus on yourself. And that's what Beyonce is doing. Okay? See the outcome. Cloudy judgment. Don't know what to do. I feel like things are going to get worse in their relationship just because more and more is going to be exposed. I don't feel like it's going to be exposed for them, but for other people. And just watching it happen, it's just really a scary situation, and just hoping and praying that their names are not mentioned. Okay? That's the message. Try again, new direction, start over. So right now I can say Beyonce and Jay-Z are definitely not divorcing one another. Beyonce knows who she's with. She knows who she's dealing with. And she basically has this in her mind of, I made my bed and I'm going to lay in it. I made this commitment to be with this person, and that's what I'm going to do. Let me ask here, because I'm really curious about her mom. Her mom keeps popping up in my head. And not Solange, but her mom. How does Tina feel that Beyonce stays with Jay-Z? How does Tina feel about that Beyonce doesn't leave, but stays in this marriage with Jay-Z? Wow, look at that. Bitterness, anger, resentment. And she's also surprised, too, that her daughter would stay in a relationship that is really toxic. She respects Beyonce for all that she's accomplished, but she's really disappointed in the fact that she stays with this guy, because this guy she knows is not the best for her daughter. Let me ask about Kelly. How does Kelly feel about Beyonce staying with Jay-Z? I can hear Kelly being like, you know, well, it is whatever that makes her happy, but I know she's not happy. How does Kelly feel about Beyonce staying with Jay-Z? Okay, so she really, in the bottom of the deck is secrets too. Like keeping that facade as if, you know, they're this loving couple. But Kelly feels like Beyonce is truly a victim in this situation, and it really hurts her heart that she's in this relationship, not only waiting for this man, physically waiting, also waiting for him to change, and him not being who he's supposed to be. It really hurts her feelings. And for her, the only reason she continues to root for them in public is because of Beyonce and her relationship with Beyonce. All right, I know y'all waiting for this one. How does Solange feel about Beyonce? How does Solange feel about Beyonce? I was gonna ask how she feels about Jay-Z, but they said Beyonce. I don't feel like Solange is talking to her sister right now. There was some type of falling out, and so they're not on good terms. Why are they not talking? What happened between Solange and Beyonce? And this is allegedly. Why are they not talking? Again, it has to do with something that was brought to, look at Beyonce again with the sunflowers. Telling y'all, she got a real close connection with Oshun, her and those sunflowers. Beyonce is there hoping, waiting, and Solange just wants her sister to like wake up. She's just like, wake up for this dream that you're in. Like, wake up and see what is happening, what is going on here. Like, girl, because you just not seeing it. How does Solange feel about Jay-Z? How does Solange feel about Jay-Z? She doesn't feel much about Jay-Z. I feel like this clinging, holding on, spying is Beyonce. She feels like Beyonce is holding on to this idea of family, hoping that somewhere, someday, sometime, that they can all be a family and live happily ever after. But bottom of the deck, he's always longing and craving for these attachments from these third parties. Look at this. These females. So, yeah. How does Beyonce feel knowing that none of her close family members like her husband? How does Beyonce feel knowing that most of her close family members don't like her husband? She feels conflicted because that is her husband. Look at this. That is the bottom of the deck. That is her husband. That is the father of her children. But she understands where it's coming from. She, a lot of times, is emotionally unstable because of Jay-Z and his nonsense. It's just crazy. How does Jay-Z feel about Beyonce? How does Jay-Z feel about Beyonce? I told y'all, like, his ego and his pride. He feels like Beyonce owes him an apology. Beyonce feels like she owes him an apology. Interesting that he feels like Beyonce can be arrogant and egotistical. And for once, she kind of just put herself first when she left. But let me see. Why does he feel like Beyonce is egotistical and stubborn? Why does Jay-Z say this? Well, Jay-Z and Beyonce have the same attitude. They're not going nowhere. They both not going nowhere. And that's one thing they know about each other. Lord Jesus. Whew. This relationship is so toxic. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I want to ask this. How does Beyonce keep her sanity with all of this turmoil around her? How does Beyonce keep her sanity source with all of these things happening? And her dealing with what she deals with, what seems like all the time. She feels like that is her soulmate. Also by expressing how she feels and by also taking time out to be away from Jay-Z helps. Yeah. She truly feels like Beyonce and Jay-Z truly feel like they're each other's soulmates. And they could very well be. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're destined to be together for the rest of their lives. Oh, man. Let me see. One last question I'm going to ask. Frida, what do you think about this marriage between Jay-Z and Beyonce? What are your thoughts about it? What are your thoughts? Trickster, penny pincher. There is a secret baby, allegedly. There is a secret baby. Sneaky. Playing games, cheating, lies. Ooh, okay, it's just so hard to believe that we stay in relationships like this that are so toxic. There's really freedom. How do you feel about Beyonce staying in this marriage? How do you feel about Beyonce staying in this marriage? Abuse. She will continue to be abused. She will not want to be intimate with Jay-Z at all. She already has her moments. It's just off and on, y'all. It is just off and on. 1 minute they're not doing anything. Next minute they're thick as thieves. It's just off and on. Very wacky, wacky, wacky. Very wacky energy. It's very, yeah. All right, y'all. So this reading is very draining. So I'm going to take a break here. And we'll come back to part 2 of Beyonce. And we'll talk more about her legacy as a singer, what other projects that she may be getting into. And basically, if any of these things that are coming out about Jay-Z is going to affect Beyonce in any way. Okay? So until next time, it is Goddess Crissy. Love you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Till next time. Bye.